Hey everyone, Daunter here. Today in Pokemon news, I guess I'll just call it Pokemon news for now and see where that takes us. We're going to be talking about some Pokemon news. We got a new set revealed. I'm a little bit late to this actually, but we're going to be talking about Mega Brave and Mega Symphonia secret rares. And yeah, great. First of all, if you don't know who I am, I'm Daunter. Daunter Collects. I make Pokemon card related videos, and fantastically, we hit 703 subscribers, which I am absolutely ecstatic about. This is a fantastic moment in my YouTubing adventure here. And, here's to another 700, right? Hopefully we get um, even more than 700 subscribers, because I'd love to have you if you are new to the channel. And if you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, because my new goal is going to be 800 subscribers. Looks like we're already 3% there, so yeah, I mean, I'm just happy to have new people join the channel all the time. And if you're interested in my content, then feel free to watch my series called Pokemon Artist Review, where I review the many artists of the Pokemon TCG. Anyways, let's get straight into Pokemon card news. We've got so many cards to talk about. And yeah, I'm really excited to get straight into it. I am going to be talking about every single card, even ones that I've already covered before, just to get some, some really, really cool new takes on them. And I'm also going to be omitting some of the full arts. I will mention how they look, but mostly just going to be talking about those art rares and the special art rares, right? Mega Brave, we've got the Bulbasaur by Mashu. It's a very, very beautiful card, very vibrant. I love like the kind of gradients that they use to go from this pink color to the green color. I think that looks fantastic. The grass being blue is a great touch. I love the way the Pokemon is jumping into the Ivysaur straight into the next card, which is fantastic. Same kind of idea, which is great. I really love how it's got like this kind of blue outline around its, what do you call them? The little tentacles, the tendrils, that's what they're called, I suppose. You can also see Venusaur kind of poking through on the bottom right side of the card. That goes straight into the next card in the evolution line, which we're going to be talking about a little bit later. Next, we have a Executor by Yukihiro Tada. I like the environment in this card. It's pretty nice. I like how all the different faces are pretty expressive. I think that you have like a nice looking like background. I think I already said that with the trees, the plants, the grass. Overall, it's a pretty nice looking kind of tropical card. So I think people will probably like it because it's Executor, and I think people really like that original pincer art rare that they did. So I think the people like it. Next, we've got the Vulpix by Sayono Misaki. This card is beautiful. Like I don't know, it's very, very nice. I think that it's got some good like kind of world building aspects to it. It's got a lot of like personality of the Pokemon, setting fire to the campfire, or the fireplace, I suppose I should say. I like the pottery. I think that it adds a lot to the illustration. I think that the home environment of this card especially is just really, really nice. Something that I think that Sayono Misaki really nailed in that card. Next is going to be the Riolu art rare by Gosan. This card showcases an entire bustling city, which is absolutely fantastic. All the little details on every single home are expertly done, in my opinion. You also have the Pokemon standing on top of this sort of like radio tower, which I think is a fantastic idea. It's a really, really great Riolu card, and it makes it look even bigger because it's standing on top of a box, which I think is a fantastic idea. Executed perfectly. I love this like fisheye lens. I think it's a great looking card. Next is going to be the Marshadow by 0313. I like this card a lot, actually. It's kind of got a symmetrical kind of vibe to it. And actually, something that I didn't notice about it until just now is that it's in the shadow of a Pikachu. Man, this is a really, really good illustration rare or art rare. I think that this is fantastic. This would go straight into like A+, S tier if I was making a list of the Mega Evolution art rares. This is a really, really good looking card, a very creative idea, and it's executed perfectly. It's just really, really great. Fantastic work by 0313. Next is the Garganackle by Yano Keiji. This card is really, really nice as well. I love kind of like that kind of rocky effect that it's got going on with those wavy rocks in their illustration. I love the perspective looking up on the Pokemon, and I like the skyline in the background with those shooting stars. It's striking, it's really cool. I love the orange that's used in the background as well. I think that's a fantastic little touch. Kind of got a magma effect to it. I think that it's great. It's a really, really good looking Garganackle illustration. Next is going to be the Spiritomb by Akita Saki, another just beautiful, fantastic card for the set. I like it a lot, honestly. I think that Spiritomb looks really, really cool in this card. I like how it's got this like green line going across it, like some sort of string or something, like a trap. You have like these like lily pads at the bottom. I think that Akita Saki does a beautiful job of showcasing these like dark foresty environments, and I'm really, really happy to see them do it again. Next is going to be the Shroodle by Chimera Shukichi. What a cute card. This illustrator is perfect at capturing very, very cute aspects of Pokemon. So I think they did a fantastic job with this card. You have its, tongue being dragged around, creating these like little purple icons, purple, what's it called, symbols on the floor, purple, yellow, red. You got a bunch of different colors in it, but it's not too cluttered, and I think that it works super well with that nice, beautiful little white outline around the Pokemon. It's cute. Next is going to be the Steelix Art Rare by Tonji Matsuno. This card has some beautiful looking shading on it. Like, it's very, very reflective, very, very shiny, which I think makes it look super striking. Steelix has got that angry glow that makes it just look fierce and pretty great. Honestly, the spiky cave really adds to that kind of menacing feel of the card, and I think it looks fantastic. Next is going to be the Spearow by Minami Namitake. Just a very simple, like, kind of art rare of the Pokemon just enjoying a day. And I like how the one in the background is the one in focus, as all the other ones are like pecking on themselves, feeding on themselves. I think that that's a really great idea to showcase what the central aspect of the card is. I think that the background is stunning. I don't know, I just love it. I think it's beautiful. And then finally, for the first set, is going to be the, what is his name? Gumshoos by Mina Nakai. This is a very great art rare to start the era off. I think it's fantastic. I love the way the Pokemon is kind of hiding behind a trash can, almost like a sleuth or like a detective or something. It's got kind of like that detective-y energy to it. Just a really creative illustration for a pretty forgettable Pokemon, all things considered. And I also love how the Rattata's in like the spotlight here as the Pokemon's kind of like peeking around the corner. That's a great, it's a great idea. It's a fantastic looking card. I really like it. I'm going to be talking about one Mega Full Art from this set. I think they all look pretty good, but maybe you should look at them on your own time as well. I'm just going to talk about the Mega Absol Full Art. I think this card is beautiful. It's probably one of my favorite cards they've ever made for Absol. It's just gorgeous. Like, I love this, like, kind of highlighter effect that they're using on the Full Arts. I think it makes them look fantastic. And having, gradients for the outlines, it fixes all my problems that I had with the Scarlet and Violet Full Arts, how they all had the same, like, teal outline for them. I thought that looked horrible. But having gradients that are kind of, like, shared by this, like, central color gradient that the Pokemon has as an illustration is a fantastic idea. Obviously, Absol's main color is blue, but they really, really did, a crazy kind of inversion of that, making it yellow, which is striking. It's a very, very different color. Having it gradient into that just looks super cool. Like, it looks striking and interesting. And I think that that's what I needed from the Full Arts in this era. And I think that is executed perfectly. It's a great looking card, incredibly expressive. And I love, like, the shadow of the OG Pokemon behind it. I think they did a great job. Next, we're going to be talking about the special art rares from the first set, which is going to be Mega Brave. I don't know if I already said that. We have the Mega Venusaur by Mashu, finally. Now, this is a cool card. I really love how Venusaur's looking really angry in it. I love that red highlight around the Pokemon. I love, like, how you can see its previous evolution at the bottom on the left side there. I think that's a very great idea. Again, just executed just as perfectly as those other cards. Next is going to be the Mega Lucario by Atsushi Furusawa. This card is fantastic. I think most people think this card is great, and me included. I love how you have a bunch of different Mega Pokemon fighting, as it is like the central kind of idea of the Mega Evolution era, just like this like celebration of Mega Evolution as a whole, which I think is just executed so well. Like, I'm so happy that they did something like this. These perfect colors of blue and red clashing and explosion like in Lucario's fist to create this like super powerful kind of energetic stance. It's just perfect. Next is going to be the Absol by Mitsuhiro Rita. This card is beautiful. It's so good. I don't know. I think this card is fantastic personally. Again, using that kind of yellow color that I was talking about on the Full Art to really highlight this Pokemon. It looks fantastic. It's got this evil glow to it. It makes you think of just like this dark, menacing Mega Evolution that's like prowling the night, environment. I think that's a fantastic idea, and it's executed perfectly. Like, I have no complaints about this card. I think it's a beautiful, stunning 10 out of 10 illustration. Next is going to be the Lieutenant Surge by Osare. This card is alright. I'm not a huge fan of it personally. I don't really like how Osare draws eyes on humans. I like their art rares, but I don't personally like this card that much. I think that it has some good ideas, like the trainer being in the gym. I think that's a good idea, but I'm not a huge fan of it. Next is going to be the Lily by Satoma. People love this card. I don't know. I care for the Pokemon a whole lot more than I care for the trainers. But it's alright. Like, I don't know. Lily looks alright in the card, but I'm not going to dwell on it too much. Satoma's a very, very nice illustrator. So obviously the illustration looks nice, but it's just not my thing, just because I don't like trainers that much. Finally is going to be the Mega Ultra Rare Lucario. Now, this is where it gets exciting. Gold cards have been something that I've talked about on this channel, I think, a couple of times. I'm horrified of gold cards, because gold cards usually suck. This card does not suck. It's a new illustration, 5-band graphics, doing something actually interesting in the Big 25. I'm just genuinely surprised, a little amazed, and incredibly happy. Like, this is something that I've been waiting for so long, and they finally did something interesting with gold cards, and finally made 5-band graphics do something that doesn't feel lazy. I like it. You know, I don't know what to say. I think it's a great looking card. Um, it's awesome. It really is. Moving into our next set, we've got Mega Symphonia, starting us off with the Shuckle by Okubo. I think this is a perfect illustration. I really love how Sleepy Shuckle looks, just like with those dangling arms. I think that's a fantastic little idea here. Having the fruits be multiple different colors is great. Having that one like little purple one, it's just striking, visually appealing. I think it's got everything you could ever want from an illustration, and I think it's very cute. Next is the Ninjask by Tetsukayama. I love this illustration as well. I actually really love Tetsukayama's art style, and I think that this card really enhances that Tetsukayama flair that I love so much about their cards. I really love that like little teal highlight on the Pokemon. I think that's really cute. I love how the sun kind of shines down in multiple different directions. I love these twisty, bendy trees. I think it's a fantastic illustration as well. It's very expressive as well. Next is going to be the Litleo by Teiziro. It's very, very expressive as well. The Pokemon's got this devious grin on its face, and the alleyway shot is pretty great. Like, it looks very, very nice. I think this card is a pretty good looking, stunning card. And the color contrast between the left side and the right side being like this red building, the left side being like this kind of brownish building, I think it looks very, very visually nice. Next is going to be the Snorunt by Nurikabe. Now, this is a card that I haven't really looked at too much, but actually, funnily enough, I actually quite like it. It showcases a bunch of different Pokemon's footprints. I believe that the little ones are going to be Snowrunts, and then the bigger ones are Obamasnows, and then the even bigger ones are like Mega Obamasnow, probably. I think that's a really great like visual storytelling thing that doesn't need to shove it in your face. You know, it doesn't feel the need to showcase like that, like all the Pokemon are there. I mean, something like that could look cool, but I'm just saying, like, I think that visually storytelling wise, I think that that's a great idea. I think that it's executed really well too. Next is going to be the Clawitzer by Moryu. Ooh, 10 out of 10 card. I love Moryu's illustrations so much, and this is no exception. The bubble effects on the bottom are great. These, like, kind of like wavy wave effects. I know that sounds like a very strange sentence, but you can just tell, like, it goes from, like, this, like, deep, like, kind of blackish blue to like a kind of lighter blue, and then into the lightest blue as we get to the top, but it's kind of like almost a greenish blue. I know this is kind of ranty, ridiculous, right? But it looks amazing. The way the Pokemon's like weapon opens up and is shooting this geyser out into the sky is beautiful. Like it's a 10 out of 10 card. Next is Inteleon by Ligton. This is another fantastic illustration. I think that, like, honestly, this set has some really, really, really good cards in it. I'm just being honest. I love this card a lot. I like how it's pointing its weapon at the camera. I love its expressive, dynamic pose, and I love that like crashing wave in the background. It's kind of like gliding on the waves as it runs. That's great. Great idea. Next is going to be Helioptile. I was surprised this Pokemon got an art rare because this Pokemon is really, really unpopular, in my opinion. I don't think people really care for this Pokemon too much. But it got a beautiful illustration, and like I like it a lot. Akira Komiyama and Mina Nakai getting art rares in the first sets of the new eras should be like a standard, because I'm really happy that they did something like that, because they were illustrators that did the first Koraidon and Miraidon promo in the Scarlet and Violet era, so I'm really happy to see them both back again. Like, I really love those two illustrators so much. And this card's got a lot of personality. You know, all the Helioptiles are kind of like looking around. You got the shooting stars in the background, the moon. I think that it's a great card. Next is the Alakazam by Ayakusube. Again, just really surprised to see a artist like Ayakusube back again. I think that's a great idea. Like, I don't know. Ayakusube is an artist that I hold really near and dear to my heart, as they're one of the first illustrators that I did for the Pokemon Artist Review series. So I think that, like, that just means a lot to me. And Ayakusube is just an artist that I really hold, like, near and dear. I don't know. I love them. I love their cards, and I think this card looks pretty good. And then next is going to be Shedinja, also by Tetsukayama, so it's really cool to see them do both of the evolution line here for Ninkada. I think that that's a really great idea to do both of them. One of them is like bright out in the open sunlight, and then one of them is kind of in the darkness and shrouded by like those darker trees. I think that's a great idea. Again, just executed really well, and I think this card also has some pretty good personality, just like the other one. I love this, like the crazy outlines that Tetsukayama is doing on these like new illustrations. It really feels like they're trying out something new, which I really appreciate. And next is going to be the Houndstone by Arai Kiriko. Arai Kiriko. I think this is actually a new illustrator, which is weird. You know what? I'm actually wrong. This is not a new illustrator. I'm going to keep that original statement in the video, though, because I want to prove myself wrong. This is actually an illustrator that was prominently featured, and by prominently featured, I mean they got only 2 cards in set 151, but this really cute Staryu and this really adorable Starmie card. I was actually really surprised to see that, because they've only done 2 cards and it was only for 1 set, so I was like very, very surprised to see that they are back again for an art rare. They're, you know, This is the best thing about Pokemon cards, in my opinion, is that they'll always like go back and give an older illustrator from like a random era with like only one or two cards. They'll give them a chance to shine later in the TCG. I think that that's a beautiful looking card. I love all the different like plants, the clouds, the Pokemon itself looks stunning. Very, very like powerful illustration. I like it. It's great. Next is the Delibird by Takeshi Nakamura. I did talk about this card before, I think, but it's cute. I like the Delibirds. I think that the mountain in the background is nice. The lake is cool. I love how it's like a flock of penguins. Next is going to be the Stuffle by Okacheke. This is a very, very cool card with a lot of personality in it. I love how it's like got a bunch of different yarn, all the torn up yarn all over the house, destroyed, ruined house. It's a very, very cute, very, very powerful illustration that I think people will appreciate, as well as myself. And then for the one full art I'm going to be talking about from the set, I'm going to talk about the Mega Manectric. Dude, this card is so cool. I'm really sad that Mega Manectric didn't get an alternate artwork in this set. I really wish it did because it's one of my favorite Mega Evolutions. It just looks so cool. It's a giant lightning bolt. What's not to love about that? But the gradient on this card is going to be purple and pink. I think that that works really, really well for the Pokemon. Having this kind of like almost yellowish goldish outline on the Mega Evolution is beautiful. This like striking lightning energy that's going out, it looks great, and it's very expressive for 5-band graphics card. I'm genuinely surprised. Like, they've done such a great job with these full arts. I'm so happy about it. Next is going to be the special art rares. So firstly, we have the Gardevoir. I've talked about this card extensively. One of my favorite cards like they've ever printed. I think, like, if you watch my other previous video talking about these cards, it is genuinely one of my favorite cards they've ever made in all of Pokemon. It's so beautiful. Next is going to be the Latios Mega by Akiragawa. This is a beautiful illustration. It's so nice. It's got that crazy, like, colorful Akiragawa flair to it, and it's just stunning. Like, it's so nice. I don't even have anything else to say about it because it's just so nice. And then finally, we have the Mega Kangaskhan by Goto Minori. Again, just really punchy, powerful colors that I think works well as a special art rare. It's good. Next is going to be the Acerola All Art, or Acerola or whatever, by Sui. This card is cute. I would say it's probably my favorite out of the three that we talked about so far. It's got some good vibes to it. I like the plushes. I like the feltness. I think that kind of adds some more personality to the illustration, in my opinion. And then finally, we have the Wally by Jiro Susumu. I think this card is actually quite nice as well. This is probably, tied with the Acerola for ones that actually don't mind. And I think that Wally is a trainer that probably deserved it. He's got a Mega Stone. Like, he actually is related to Mega Evolution. Lily, Acerola, not really so much. Same thing with Lieutenant Surge, not really related to Mega Evolution whatsoever. So their inclusions in the set are kind of baffling to me, to be honest with you. But Wally, that's the one that does make sense because he actually has a Mega Stone in the illustration, that actually makes sense for a Mega Evolution set. But I digress. I have some very personal feelings about alternate artwork trainers. Regardless, we have the Mega Ultra Rare Gardevoir. This is a better picture than the Lucario, and it looks beautiful. Like, I don't know, these cards are just perfect. Like, I have nothing bad to say about either of them. And yeah, that's every single card in the set in terms of the secret rares. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Help me reach my goal of 800 subscribers. And if you don't know, I have a series called Pokemon Artist Review. I've mentioned it a couple times throughout the video, but I do have a playlist on the channel if you want to check it out. Now, with that, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you in the next time. Peace!